Hey, Doc, just wondering if we might be able to get an update on Clayton and how he's doing and when you might think he'd be available for you guys.
Every day, Alana, it's been better. So I can't just sit here right now and say he's going to start tomorrow. But I think if it progresses the way it has, it's a likely possibility. But again, this is, making sure Clayton feels good tomorrow when he wakes up. And, the training staff gives us our blessing as well.
Perfect world, he starts for you tomorrow, though, if everything goes well?
I think, I think that would be very ideal.
What's your message to the team as they take the field tonight? Obviously, you have a lot of faith in Julio Urias, but down 0-2, what do you tell him, if anything?
Nothing. I think it's just there's a good vibe in the clubhouse. There really is. It's a very focused, loose group, and just ready to win a baseball game. And honestly, I think that the first couple starters for those guys, even 4 innings for Anderson, and they threw well. And I think that the 9th inning showed a lot of life, and so we'll be fine. Yeah, our focus is just to win a baseball game.
Absolutely. You showed a lot of life there in the 9th inning, as you mentioned. How important is it for you to get on the board early in this one and not have to wait until those later innings?
I think that would make life a little bit easier. You got to give credit. Yesterday, Smitty hit that ball down the line, and Riley made a nice play, and then Freddie's stretch. And that could have been a different game. But I think that certainly getting a lead would be nice. But you just got to go out there, take at bats, and we're the visitors, so hopefully we can jump on them early. But, just go out there and play 27 outs, and we'll be okay.
Thank you.
Next question is from Dylan Hernandez. Go ahead.
Dave, over these last handful of seasons, what have you learned about Urias and just kind of the heartbeat, so to speak, in the big moment?
You said it. You nailed it, Dylan. His heartbeat is next level. This guy wants to be the guy, but really has that resolve, that humility, that amazing compete. This guy's a budding superstar, and I just feel really good. Everyone in that clubhouse feels so good with him taking the mound tonight.
Given that kind of fearlessness that he has and his ability to miss bats, I mean, is there any thought maybe that his future could be, say, as a closer?
Well, right now, we could have that conversation later, but right now, I love him as a starter for the Dodgers in Game 3. But I think with Julio, with his mind, with his skill set, he can do anything on the mound.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question is from Dave Vasse. Go ahead.
Dave, can a 9th inning like last night change the momentum of the series for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that just for our guys to get Melanson in there for a second night, I thought that was huge. I thought for Cody, you can see him frustrated last night, but then to catch a barrel, to leg out a triple, I thought was huge. To see Muncy hit a homer to the pull side, huge. And what Corey did earlier to kind of breathe a little life into our club, going opposite way with the homer. So there's a lot of good things. And AJ barreled the last pitch, just hit right at the third baseman. So certainly that's something that we're building on. And I expect Mookie to set the tone again tonight.
Next question is from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead.
Dave, Turner and Pollock, they're healthy.
Yeah, they're healthy. I just want, I really, just kind of looking at, you're playing 2 4-hour games and potential of 7 in a row. I want to make sure JT stays fresh. He's fine with the DH role. He likes it. And I think this will be his last DH game, and get him back out there at third base tomorrow. But I think that to get Eddie in there, I like the matchup. I want to get him involved. So, and I trust the defense. So yeah, they're fine. And AJ, he'll be ready at some point in the middle of the game.
Thanks.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go
ahead. Dave, this is sort of a boxing analogy here that will get Dylan excited. Do you feel like you guys have landed some body blows, just the way you guys have worked counts in the first 2 games, and just getting to their bullpen last night late when maybe they thought they wouldn't have to?
Absolutely. I do. And I think that obviously results are most important, and winning a series most important. But I do believe that how we are going about these first 2 games, which we haven't won But I do believe that wins are coming, and our focus is tonight to win a baseball game. And if we just continue to, for me, remain steadfast, we will come out victorious.
Is Dustin May available tonight?
Dustin is, we'll see. We'll see. I don't expect Dustin to pitch, though.
And just to, I guess, Debbie down here, what if Clayton Kershaw is not the guy tomorrow?
If Clayton Kershaw is not the guy, we'll adjust. We're ready. We got a good, as Cash said it, we got a good stable of arms.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Are you concerned at all about Rios' mobility on defense?
No. Eddie, the strength and conditioning guys, the training staff, everyone feels that he's in a good place. So, no, not at all.
We're talking to Mookie. He said he feels a responsibility to be the spark that gets the offense going. As deep as your lineup is, do you still feel that he's kind of, when he goes, you go?
I think that's certainly the case, but I don't. I respect him feeling that kind of responsibility, but there's still 8 other guys and some guys that aren't starting that we all got to do our part. We all got to take good at bats. Mookie's just continuing to win pitches, win at bats, and we all got to do our part. But certainly him at the top to do his thing makes it easier for everyone else, I guess.
Thanks.
Next question is from Scott Braun. Go ahead.
Hey, Doc, just looking back at Clayton's last start, his velocity numbers like in the 5th and 6th, fastball, slider, drop. Did you guys notice that? And was that concerning or lead to the back conversation at all?
No, Scotty. I don't know, not at all. I think this was a separate thing, and even 2 starts ago was really good. And I didn't know that the velocity was ticked down his last one. But I think that there are 2 separate things, and each day from this past Saturday, he's felt better. So we're encouraged.
Next question is from John Morosi. Go ahead.
Thanks so much, Dave. I was curious to ask whether it's in baseball or in life in general. Do you have some favorite philosophies or people who have really influenced you on how to handle a day like this where you're trying to straddle that balance between making a couple adjustments here and there, but also wanting to project calm and just get your guys in the right frame of mind?
I don't necessarily know it's one person, JP. I just think that, in any leader for any organization or team, I just think that the sense of calm and optimism resonates in the clubhouse or office or whatever it might be. And it just stems from my belief in the guys, from the players to the coaches to the entire organization. So I think that I believe in what we're doing, and just to kind of focus on today is plenty. So to kind of dwell on things that you can't control that don't affect today is just not productive.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Alden Gonzalez. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, how aggressive was Clayton's bullpen yesterday? And is there any sort of workout that he's going to go through today that he needs to clear?
It was a pretty aggressive one. He was letting it go, came out of it great. Talked to him briefly today. He's in a good headspace. And so I just know that we're in a better place than we were yesterday. So what that means, I don't know quite yet.
But he doesn't need to do anything on the field today?
No.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
We got time for one more. Go ahead, Claudia.
Hey, Dave, can you say that the team is kind of going through a slump, or do you feel like that you guys could have been more aggressive at those early innings?
I definitely don't think a slump, Claudia. I think that, that first night Fried threw really well, and we ran into their best relievers and pitched well. I'm just really hopeful that last night, that 9th inning really sparked us. And so I just want us to keep taking good at bats, one pitch at a time. But I just trust these guys that we'll get going.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody.